Another episode of Hot Comics. I'm Lisandra Vazquez.
And I'm Brandi Unger.
And today, we have a delight for you. We have
Maddy Smith.
Maddy Smith. You know her from
cute.
Wild and Out.
Yeah.
You know her from other things in the world. Like her, she's a brilliant comic.
She's
and you're
a brilliant comic. She has a
her.
podcast. So just enjoy it, and we'll talk to you on the other side.
Boy.
Bye. Hi.
Well, hello. I know we're starting. We're starting. We've got
What
this.
up? Thanks for having me. I'm a hot comic, so this works out perfectly.
Yeah.
We know. That's why.
I mean, hot physically, you know, emotionally, I guess too.
No, I feel pretty hot emotionally.
Yeah. Okay, that's great.
In like a who's that bitch? Julia Foxworthy. Is that her name?
That is her name.
Yeah.
I love that for you.
Yeah, thanks. You know how she's just like hot emotionally.
Yeah.
Like,
No, she is who I would describe as hot emotionally.
Yeah, absolutely.
Uncle Joms. Like,
Emily Ratajkowski and Julia Fox have been like posting on TikTok like dating advice, like with like wet hair and no makeup, and they're like, "Here's the thing with men," and I'm like, "You guys are hot."
That's the thing with men. You guys are really hot.
Yeah.
But you brought us a hot topic that is kind of related to this, and it is.
So my hot topic is picking up on red flags as it relates to becoming more confident while dating.
Okay. Love that.
So it's a little bit of a challenge.
Yes.
Sometimes as you learn more about yourself, you're like, what is a red flag and what is me just being a bitch? That's so true. That's me. That's what I'm dealing with right now. Because I will cut a motherfucker off like before we even meet if he says something weird.
Yes. Guilty.
Right? Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Guilty as charged.
I'm just like, you have to be able to weed out people early on. And so I have an example. I was texting a guy. And he's based in New York. I'm in Atlanta all month, so he's trying to text to like hold the flame over. I'm like, good luck, because texting is boring as fuck. I'm literally like, if you just text me 9:26 when I get back in town, that will be fine. Do not text because you're gonna say something stupid, and and that's what he did. He said, what is least? He's trying to talk. I don't know, what's least attractive to you in a person? I'm like, fuck. I'm like trying to work. No, literally. No, literally. And already
this
I'm like,
is the least
already
attractive.
I'm like, this is not fun for me.
Because it gets boring.
Oh, it gets boring. And you're also
know.
like, honestly, like, I'm not going to lead in with something that's going to like hurt. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're asking me info and we haven't even met yet. So why don't we just get to know each other? Wait till I'm back in New York till we have these kind of conversations.
Well, and it's just like sometimes mystery is great.
Absolutely.
Like, it's hot.
And also, like,
have you met him in person?
No, not yet. We just met on a dating app. It's called Raya. Yeah, I'm on Raya. Yeah.
Talk about a hot comic.
I'm sorry, a hot comics on Raya.
11% acceptance rate. Go off. No, but Raya, you realize it's just men. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You thought it was going to be crazy. Oh, no, it's just men.
Well, I've tried to apply, and I'm just not.
When I tell
important.
you, it's literally, like, there's some rich guys, and there's some celebrities occasionally, but they never match with me. Like, Vinny from the Jersey Shore is on there.
How old is he, though?
36 or something.
Really?
I saw, what's Bruce Jenner's son's name?
Brody.
He's hot.
He would.
Okay, so this guy
Sometimes
was
they
already...
just get paid to have a profile.
True.
They don't actually match with people.
That's not me. I paid to be there.
That's a mind fuck.
Yeah.
No.
So this guy's already like texting me a lot, and I'm like, oh, you're liking me too early, which we know is a red flag. You're into me too early, pedestal type of shit, you know?
Yeah.
I know.
Bombing.
So I'm already like, he's like, I'm already getting good vibes from you, and I'm like, no, you don't know me at all. And and on one hand, you're like, I do have good vibes, obviously, but also you don't know me. So, and I said about the attractive question, I said something stupid. I have big hands. So if a guy has smaller hands than me, that's like, I want a guy, you know what I mean? They're huge.
100%.
And that's like fair because my ex-boyfriend was like soft hands and it's like hard to do with. I thought that was an easy one. The guy was like 6'2", so that was an easy one that I knew. And he was like, haha, won't be a problem with me. And then his answer was, I hate when girls have unpainted toenails. And immediately I'm like, it's over. Like, it's not going to work. My toenails are painted right now, but that's not something that I keep up with. And it's going to be a weird thing. You have control issues. You are an appearance-based man. it's gonna be weird. It's
You're always gonna be thinking about it.
Oh, and beyond the unpainted toenails, I'm like, there's other stuff about me you're not gonna like.
That's just
That's
like, I don't paint my toenails during the winter.
Oh, absolutely.
They're in shoes.
Dude, I got fucking hair, some hair on my legs. Sometimes I got hair on my pussy. Like, sometimes I got, sometimes I don't shower. I got dirt under in my head, I'm like, you are not going to like how I live my life. And then, like, I kind of like let it fade away.
Yeah.
That's like a red flag.
Yeah,
Is that not a red flag?
No, that's 100%.
Cool.
Well,
Yeah,
but
that
the
would be
thing
for me.
is that conversation, though, in person could have gone so differently.
Still
a red flag.
In my head, I'm like, I'm glad we didn't have to have it in person.
Yeah.
I saved so much time.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. One time I had a guy on a date that he made this face when I took a bite of it because the shrimp was like this from the shrimp and grits I got, and I took a bite of the shrimp and he was like the bite was too big, and I was like,
What a dick.
It's over.
I was like,
It's
I
over.
hate you.
It's over.
Yeah, and there were other things, but these things that you're like, you're just not gonna like this.
You think ahead. You're
Yeah.
like, dude, when I travel, like I got my bags are packed like chaos. Sometimes like my room looks like a raccoon lives in there, and I clean it up when I can. But it's just like if your values involve that, then you shouldn't be with me.
Do you feel like this has changed since being in your 30s?
I think it's changed since I went through a journey this year where I was in a little bit of a toxic. Well, no, I wouldn't say it's toxic when it's one-sided. So, and I don't want to say too much about it, but I went through a relationship this year that was like food poisoning, and that cleared my shit out. And when you get involved with a man, obviously, it would never be a woman who would ruin my life. When you get involved with someone who's so bad, you start looking inward.
Yes.
And you're like, do I have anxious attachment? Do I not do enough affirmations? Maybe I should meditate more. That by the time he's done with you, you're like, oh my God, that was all I got with that person because I had unhealed wounds. So I do think that person was like a thing from the universe that let me finally like come to my whole being.
Yeah.
Sorry to get too like deep on this.
No,
it's
but
great.
now as I date after being with that person who brought these wounds up in me, you see stuff early and you're like, dude, I got that shit bait out of me with this person. And so if you don't like painted toenails, I'm not going to let you ruin my life too.
No for me, dog. Yeah.
So you can kind of like look into the future too.
Yeah.
How will this go? If a guy lets his mask drop and is like fucking nuts, you're like, we're done here. You cut that shit out early. Because if a motherfucker ruins your life, you're like, dude, I don't have time. It's really like a logistical thing. I don't have time to have my nervous system shaken up.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah. When you make it a calendar based thing, it's like way better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how's your calendar currency, like, especially now that you're 30 with cutting guys off? Like, how is that?
Okay, so currency is like, I guess I cut that guy off early.
Yeah.
Said you don't have
Saving time.
I think I'm safe. I think what I realized was kind of dating someone who had me distracted for a while. I came out of that and was like, oh shit, I didn't write any new jokes. Because when you're dating someone who's like, sucks you out, which is also something that should happen in your early 20s. I don't know why I was 30 and going through this.
Okay. No judgment here.
You're just like, oh, I lost time. I lost career time. And no one noticed, obviously.
Yeah.
But you're like,
you
I lost
did.
time to you.
Yeah.
And so you're like, I will not lose time to a man again. So you're thinking about, I was thinking about career stuff, but also now that I'm 30, you're thinking about, you're like, yo, I lost 5 eggs to you. Bitch. My ex, who I was with for 3 years, I lost fucking 3 years of eggs to that man.
Yeah. That's a lot of eggs.
I know.
Do you know how much money that's worth?
No, I know.
Yeah.
And that's how you start. And the more you grow as a comedian, the less free time you have. And if you spent one night that you had free time with a guy who on the date, he told you some shit, you're like, fuck, I lost a night. I lost my one free night in 2 weeks.
Yes.
So time is currency 1,000,000%. Yeah. It's fucked up. Am I talking too much?
No, you're doing great. No, you're doing great. This is very relatable. That's why. That's why it's hard for me to date. I just like, am I gonna lose time with things I love for this?
Yes.
For a guy that's gonna look at me while I'm eating shrimp, I hate that
shrimp
guy.
thing is like, fuck you, dude. I was talking to a guy on an app a few years ago, and I called him like bro or dude. Yeah. And he was like, "Is you calling a guy dude? Like you think you can just be like one of the guys? Like I'm genuinely asking that." I blocked him immediately.
That's just well, it's also leading with negativity. That's shut the fuck up.
It's so negative when they come in and try to like hurt our character based on
terrible.
how we eat shrimp or how we say dude.
Yeah, it's like, no. So now that you have a whole new outlook, you're dating upwards. You're not dating down.
I'm trying not to date down.
Okay.
And
Good.
I'm trying to recognize that I am a successful person in my field.
Yes.
And I deserve a successful person in their field.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So not looking at guys and being like, they probably wouldn't go for me. You know what? I'm actually a moneymaker and I'm attractive and I got a book schedule. So it's like, why wouldn't a guy who's like a movie producer or something go for this rather than it's like a flippant mindset. Now, when you recognize your worth.
You feel powerful.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
If they're dating down, like, if he provides all sorts of stuff, blah, blah, blah. If you're on paper dating down and blah, 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 okay, fine. But if you're dating down and he's a dick to you, what are we doing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's
So
flexibility.
baseline, starting with
Yeah.
sex, not even looking down.
Yeah.
Not even, why would I do that? Dude, I'm fucking,
No.
It's funny you even thought we were dating. You know what I mean? Like when people are like, oh, you have so much chemistry with that person. I'm like, what? I didn't even consider him.
Yeah.
Because I look only to people.
You're like, yeah, it's a
on my
no, a
level.
hard no.
Yeah, crabs in the bucket or whatever they say. Is that even a saying? I don't even think so.
Let's look it up.
Crab-
Look it up.
Crabs
look
in
it
a
up.
bucket?
Do you guys mind if I hit my vape?
No.
Do it.
No.
It's an assignment now. Look it up.
Crabs in a bucket.
Crabs in the bucket.
If it's wrong, comment.
You know what's so funny though? It's like it's the flip in the mind switch and the empowerment that comes from that.
Yeah.
If all women
Yeah.
just realized that's all they had to do was just know like what you're worth
Yep.
and don't accept anything less and ask for what you want.
Yep.
Period.
And if, oh my God, I learned my lesson with that because, my TikTok algorithm is fully like, girlies, we don't chase, we attract.
Yes.
Like, let me tell you something. And like relationship, like that therapist who's like, if you ask for what you want and they say I can't provide it, then it's your chance to leave. Yeah. Not chance, but like, you know,
It's your window. It's your opening to leave.
Yeah. And so with my last thing, I said, hey, I'm feeling like this is going in. And he was like, I can't provide what you're looking for. And I literally was like, okay. Like, because I watched so many TikToks where they told me that that's the rules.
TikTok
and I was literally like, okay, sounds good. When you fucking learn that, game changer.
Thank you, TikTok.
Why would you be with someone who can't? Obviously, we're not asking for like so much. You're asking for basic
communication.
Where I'm not literally like, why don't you take me out every night? No, I'm asking you to treat me like you
person, like you like me.
Like you like me.
Yeah, like we're dating.
Yeah, like we're dating.
Yeah.
And it's like a logistical
Is
thing at
it
this
too
point.
much to ask for someone to think I'm amazing? I'm sorry.
Right. No.
For me, I'm like, is it too much?
Right. And you go through the affirmations. I am worthy of love.
I just need someone to be my biggest fan.
Well, speaking of TikTok and affirmations, I feel like manifesting relationships is something that like is talked about in the TikTok zeitgeist, and people have do you know, like, is that something that you do, or you know anybody that's manifested relationships?
I do. Thank you for asking.
All right.
Okay, so my main example is my mom. Her name's Janine. She's kind of a hoe, but in a good way. She's like the number one example of like fucking we're done. Like, it's like my dad and her got divorced when I was 13, and then my mom she got hot when I was in high school. It was like a revolving door of dudes.
Maddie's mom had got it going on.
That was
fun. And she's been with dudes, and I've watched her leave dudes. I watched her stay with a guy for 7 years who took too long to build a house, and she was living in a construction zone, and she had to leave. She left, and she knows her worth. And she's dating a guy now. His name is Skip, and he's like the perfect man.
Hell yeah.
I'm like, and they live in upstate New York. He came out of nowhere. He's rich as fuck. He's nice. He is low key.
Yeah.
He is emotionally sound and well-being and strong. And she told me, she was like, I asked the universe, like, give me a guy who's my age, not fat.
I mean, gotta be specific.
In shape, has hobbies, likes the Grateful Dead. She's a huge Grateful Dead fan.
Oh my God.
So all the guys she dates are Grateful Dead. Likes the Dead. Makes my income or more. Or she said like $80K or more. And Skip came around and he's that and more.
Oh my
He's
God.
that and more. Nice guy, laughs at what I say. And I was like, shit. Okay, so you need to just ask the universe. And if you're good to the universe provides what you want for it. If you lead with good intentions,
Yeah.
We love her.
Yeah.
Love Janine.
And so she like lived her life like she deserved that kind of person. So it's easier to come in when the guy yells at you about shrimp You're like, oh, you're not the guy who the universe sent for me.
100%.
Yeah, because the universe would not send me a guy who gets mad about shrimp.
No.
Or a guy who wants your toenails painted. So I always say, like,
that's
WWJD.
a red flag for me. That's them toes best be painted.
The red flag for me is you saying that. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Wait, what? WWJD?
What would Janine do? Yeah. Is how I live my life.
That is, yes.
Yeah.
It's Bible now.
I know. And now I call her. We talk openly about, like, dating and stuff like that. And she's like, you need someone who knows your schedule, who knows, like, you know, you're out and about and you're successful. You need a guy, and sometimes they can't handle it. You need someone who has their own stuff going on, and when you go out on a date, you talk about the world. You don't talk about how successful you are and how lame they are. You know what I mean? You're just like, yeah, you're right. I'll call her and talk about dudes.
You just turned into Janine. There was you were a different human sitting there just now.
Yeah. My impressions of people in my life who I'm incredibly close with are so good, but if I can't audition for SNL and be like, this is the executive producer of Wild 'N Out, you know what I mean? Because they don't know him, but I do.
This is my mom.
I do impressions, like, while I'll get drunk or high and do impressions for, and they're like, you're so good. I'm like, but I could never do, like, Donald Trump. Because I could never do, like, a famous. Yeah. But I could do my mom.
I mean, sometimes that's what you need.
Right.
What does she say about your red flags? Have you told her about any red flags?
Yeah. Like, the last guy I was with, it was kind of long distance, and I was, like, talking to her, and I was like, I feel like he's avoiding me, and now it's, like, a logistical thing, and she's like, no, we don't do that. And you know what? Don't even bother. Don't ask, like, you put the word out there, and he's telling you no. So don't even get into your head. What is he thinking? We don't care at the end of the day.
Oh my God, I love her so
much. Yeah, she's really, like, she's like,
wow.
As much as, like, growing up, she was kind of, like, hands off. Like, now she's, like, a great person.
Okay.
You talk to older women, will fucking tell you.
Because they cut through the bullshit.
Older, like, a person.
They've been through it.
A bitch who's been divorced, like, will tell you. There's nothing better than talking to a bitch who's like, yeah, he had $20,000 of credit card debt. I didn't know. And she's sitting there, she's put together and has a new guy. You're like, that's who you need to talk to about dating.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, not people who are in relationships who are happy. You need people who have been through the ringer.
Yeah, because I think that's the only way to find happiness is to do that first.
Agreed.
And then you're like, okay.
That's why I feel like this relationship I was in for this year was like a godsend.
Yeah.
Of just, like, figure out, and when you get out, you're like, oh, I love being alone in comparison to that. And once you love being alone, if a person comes in is like, I want painted toenails, you're like, unfortunately for you, I enjoy my life without painted toenails. Yeah. So why would I add you to my life?
Yeah. Sometimes I paint my toenails, sometimes I don't.
I know it's not gonna be. I'm not gonna do it for you.
100%.
I do. If I'm gonna do it for me, at the end of the day.
Like, I was in a relationship for 7 years, and breaking up was the best thing that ever happened. And I realized I don't like composting.
Oh my God.
I don't like composting. That
was his thing?
I don't like it. I hate it.
Hate.
And I am so much better in my life that I
There's little things.
I will recycle. I will donate money. I will do everything. But
little things.
But those little things. But in it, I was like, oh my God, we are saving the world together. No, we're not.
Go save the world. You can go save the world by yourself.
Yeah, go. You and your new wife can go.
I don't like composting. Does he have a wife?
I hope he listens.
I hope he does too.
Dude, whatever.
we drop, like, trash bombs on him every once in a while.
Every once in a while.
Honestly, like, the thing is, like, also what I've learned going through a break, I've learned so much thinking about, like, dudes and, like, thinking about, like, is he talking to other girls? Yeah. Go ahead. He's the same person. He didn't grow. He didn't grow.
Go ahead.
Who grew? I did, and now I live in fear of men. Yeah. It's like, guys are like, is she talking to other guys? No, dude. No. I get frazzled around men because I live in fear of their ulterior motives and who they really are.
Yes.
And if they have anger issues. But then you're also like, okay, so here's a crazy revelation I had the other night when I was high. Okay, so I was looking at this guy's Instagram and I was like, oh shit, you follow, like, so many, like, hot girls.
That's a red flag for me.
Red flag. But then you're like, you can't get threatened by that because how many bitches do you know on Instagram who don't look like their Instagram photos? And I'm not shading girls at all. I'm trying to look at it.
Yeah,
for sure.
You follow those girls because you look at women as objects and you like how they look. But when we all see each other in person, we're like, oh shit, you look a little different than that photo in front of a sunset. So at the end of the day, I'm not saying that about her. I'm not shading a girl. But to see him following all these people and you're like, oh my God, he talks to so many girls. No, bitch. He likes them as objects.
Yeah, 100%.
In person, they don't look like that. And he's not talking to girls who look like that. And he's not talking to girls at all.
Yeah,
like
because they're socially awkward and they can't do it. Yeah.
And they like the photos. They like smashing the like on big titted girls or big butt bitches. Or
whatever their
girls
fantasy.
With big lips, or girls with who look like they listen to Red Scare. You know, there's all sorts of bitches out there that they're following.
There's
and
a
it's
niche
like,
for everybody.
You can't even think like, oh, he's out with them. No,
he's not.
They don't look like that. And also, like, no
not.
girls who looked like that would speak to this man.
I think we just held them up on such high pedestals sometimes, and that's where we falter.
Yeah.
That's our bad.
Yeah,
because most of them are not
our
great.
Bad too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it is our bad too. Because there was that Psychology Today article that was like the lonely men thing.
I
is
saw that.
skyrocketing.
Yeah.
But there is a little bit of us who have to stay detached.
Yeah.
As we start to date men.
Yeah.
And keep them off the pedestal too.
Yeah.
Because they put us on pedestals, but I also am like.
We deserve to be on pedestals.
Yeah. But also not.
Every woman I know is fucking phenomenal.
Oh, for sure. But when the man puts you on the pedestal, that's when he sees you as an object.
Of course,
that's all I'm saying.
That's the thing.
Well,
So
when
you do something wrong in their eyes,
yeah.
You aren't who I thought you were.
They're like,
I'm like, you didn't even know me. You just had me as an image in your head, and now I'm actually a human being, and you're getting pissed. And you have to remember, that guy who I thought was my soulmate wasn't shit. That guy who I thought was going to be my husband wasn't shit. Remember that this guy probably isn't shit either. So, and like regulating your nervous system as you can feel it start happening. Even just like getting on the dating app, swiping to make sure you have multiple eggs in one basket.
I'm not
fully off. Yeah.
Just an example. Of something to like get more eggs in the basket as you're starting to date someone.
I just started going out by myself, and I have to say, like, I'll go sit at a bar or I do like wine tastings by myself, and I meet the most interesting people, and I just think that fills my cup, and that kind of puts my energy out in the right places. Yeah.
Oh my God, there's nothing like a wonderful social interaction to be like, oh my God, I feel normal. I feel like good.
Yeah.
A nice night.
Yeah, a nice night. You learn something about somebody else, and not having to sit on my phone texting somebody that I don't know. And
anxious attachment sucks.
It's the worst.
I'm trying to veer more towards secure.
Yeah.
But you really have to be like, you're not shit, you're not shit, you're not shit.
Yeah, but then you also find somebody who doesn't make you feel crazy. Mm-hmm. It's finding that person that doesn't make you feel crazy. Yeah.
My last boyfriend I dated for 3 years, that was a secure relationship. Mm-hmm. So it's nice to know, like, no, I've been in one before.
Yeah, you know what it feels
like. If you make me feel crazy, it's on you.
It's not me. It is the situation.
Yeah, you're doing, like, weird communication stuff. And, like, you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know what you're doing.
Well, talking about feeling secure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wild and Out.
Oh, yeah.
You're a cast member, Wild and Out, and being in that cast. How it be? How it be?
Dude, honestly, it's fun, but it took like years for it to become fun. Because it's it's show business too. Mm-hmm. So you can prove your fucking point. Mm-hmm. It's probably how SNL people feel at first, like absolutely insane, riled up, like
it's a machine,
coked up energy. Yeah. But now I'm on my 6th season, so I'm trying to have more fun. I'm feeling more secure in my role. I'm like a crowd favorite. The audience loves me. I have 2 YouTube compilations, so this is my season where I'm trying to like have fun.
Okay. Yeah.
Because along with, similar to anxious attachment, being nervous about everything all the time as you do comedy is not sustainable. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so Wild and Out this season is my first like experimental with just like, if a joke doesn't go well, don't cry on stage. Pretend like, oh dude, you know what, the more you bat, the sometimes
you gotta get that average. I don't know much about sports, but I'm like,
33,
gotta shoot your shot.
Get par for the course.
Totally.
You're doing great.
Wild and Out, you're crushing.
Yeah,
but Wild and Out's
your
definitely
sports analogies are fucking crushing.
I don't do sports at all.
It's really out of the park.
It's a home run. But
field goal.
Yeah, Wild and Out is definitely a unique environment where if you're insecure, you'll get your ass kicked.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's like your favorite part about it?
My favorite part is that I have my own lane and no one is in it at all. I have no competition. on the show because I'm just my own character.
Yeah.
And it took years of work to develop that, and they could have definitely added another character, not even like a white girl, just anyone who has like my energy.
Yeah. What would you,
what the fuck?
If you were to give like that like what is if you were to give her a name?
Oh, I would just say doesn't give a fuck. That's what her name is. It's just like, I will do, you guys can make fun of me however you want. I'll say whatever you want. Yeah. I'll say shit. It might not get on the air because it's too inappropriate. But it's kind of just like, really at the end of the day, it's just like Maddy says whatever. That's what they say. They're like, Maddy says whatever.
Dude, yeah. All right. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Does your mom watch the show?
Yeah, she watches.
Hell yeah.
Watches. That's my mom's boyfriend. My dad watches.
Janine and Skip.
A lot of people watch.
Shout out.
Yeah. Yeah, they watch. They
like
it.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love that.
Did you watch before you were on it?
Yeah, like in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I had some comic friends who were on it. So I knew, but when I auditioned, I was like, I should probably watch a little more.
What was the audition process like?
It was in the Viacom office in New York.
Okay.
I went, I had to do like a little bit of stand-up. And then they're like, what else you got? And I was like, I'll do some rhymes. I did some rhymes, some roasting rhymes. And then I talked about like my background in roast battling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that's how I kind of got on, was because roast battling. So I talked about that. And then we did like callback, and then they flew me down to Atlanta for like more kind of auditioning that they call workshops. Yeah. Where they see if you're actually a good fit, like how you can work with other people. They send people home during that, and that was like 5 days. And then we started filming.
Could you do a rhyme for us?
Yes, let me think. Man, I'm on this podcast. I hope I don't bomb it, but you know I won't, because I'm a hot comic. Hey! And hot comics, we're on the fence, but we're going over because we got confidence. Hey! And the number one thing, don't be a nag, because I'll call that a red flag. Hey!
So call back, bitches.
Yo, what up? I'm not very good at rapping, but I did my best.
You did great. Well, you brought us to a really good part of the podcast where you can our comedy hottie.
Absolutely. Okay, so initially I was going to say my comedy hottie is Ashlynn Salzano. She lives in New York City. She's a co-host of my podcast that time of the week with me, and she also opens for me. I think I started like literally like 2 months before her, but she's a hot comic. She's awesome. She's really fun and funny. And we smoke weed together. We have a great time on the road. We're bad bitches. We dance to Beyonce. So I love Ashlynn. But shout out, because we're in Atlanta. I was at the Laughing Skull the other night, and you have to remind me of his name. And I feel like a fucking like
Mandal.
But Mandal, I saw him on the wall, and I was like, dude, I like him. And when I tell you, when I watch men do comedy, like this is me on my phone, because they don't. But I looked up. He like got up. Talk like just went like, and I have that kind of energy on stage too, where it's like punch, punch, punch. Yeah. And he was like that to the point where like he just goes. You don't even realize he's doing stand up. He just talks. Yes. And it's so like trusting. That's what I told him.
Yeah. Yes.
And he said that on stage he's like, I lost you guys on that one. And I told him like, even when you said I lost you guys, I didn't notice because you were confident. And when you talk, it's like you're just talking. Yeah. And I feel like I'm the same way on stand up. And I liked watching him.
It's personable.
When I watch men do comedy, I'm just like, okay. But I watched him, and I was like very wowed.
We love Mandal.
And so don't quit.
Don't quit.
Mandal. He doesn't watch this, but like
we can send it.
I'll send him the clip. I'll send him this clip.
Seriously.
Yeah.
He looked like a seasoned comedian.
He's incredible.
He is. Yeah. But when I watched him, I was like, he could have been 20 years in.
Yeah.
100%,
just like how he delivered his jokes.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. That's the best.
Well, Maddy.
Thank you so
much. Thank you so much for being here.
I feel like I spilled too much tea.
But but like that's hot. We like hot tea.
Yeah. I'm like whatever.
Hot comics love hot tea.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hot tea. Hot tea for hot tea.
Hey, exactly. Thank you. All right.
We're doing this. All right.
Love you all.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Oh, wow. Now I'm looking at my unpainted toes and know that I also wouldn't be a good match for that man.
That guy's a dick.
Wow. I mean, yeah. But
that was so fun. That felt like a Sunday brunch, like a Sunday girls brunch that just like had like 3 funny bitches.
The only thing that we were missing was Janine. Really,
Janine.
And also Skip could hang.
Yeah, I feel like we can make sure it said WWJD, and then
people would just think it's Jesus, but it's really Janine.
It's Janine, but you have in parentheses on the bottom Janine.
Janine, and just have a picture. Ooh, we can make merch.
Team, this can be merch.
Okay, so we're gonna make merch about Janine.
Yeah. we'll circle back.
We'll circle back on this. Yeah. But Maddy Smith, you can see all of her. You can
see her on TV.
You can see her on TV, first of all. You can see her on Wild 'N Out. And then also to keep up with anything with her, the best place to do that is on Instagram at @SoMaddySmith. And Maddy also has a podcast called That Time of the Week.
We love That Time of the Week. And she hosts it with her first comedy hottie, Ashlynn Salzano, who go check her out. She's in the show notes as well. And Mandal.
And our angel.
Oh, we love you.
Mandal.
So much.
Don't quit comedy, Mandal. I want everybody who loves Mandal can drop a petition in the comments to
just don't.
He's not going to do it.
We know it's an empty threat.
I think he loves the drama, which is why we love him.
He could come to girls brunch.
Mandal could hang one. Mandal is always invited. Open invitation. Y'all. We have some merch on the website.
And we're going to have some fun. Yeah.
We're going to have some fun new things in the works. And so just be on the lookout for that.
And cute new merch. There's going to be, we're feeling creative these days. And we're feeling also that, some things just deserve to be on a t-shirt or a mug or a fanny pack. Nate Allen loves a fanny pack.
Stephen Jones requested a fanny pack as well.
Well, we love I love the Elena.
Comics are best.
They're the best. Okay, well, anyway. We love you. Anything else?
I'm really tired.
We're both very tired. We had, this might backtrack.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, we can. We had the show with Zainab Johnson and
fucking fire,
and we're just tired. But we love you and thank you so much for being here.
And check out Maddy. Check out all of our things. Comment, rate, review, subscribe, touch all the things.
I'm Lisandra Vazquez.
And I'm Brandi Unger, and we love you.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.